Hey everyone, welcome to Voice from Ukraine. it's, it's been a long day, guys. Welcome. First of all, I want to start off by telling each and every one of you thank you so much for your well wishes and your DMs, your messages. This weekend, I was a little bit under the weather. I feel a lot better now. I'm back with you guys. Try to put out some Substack letters to keep you guys informed of what's been going on. Uh, uh, but having young kids, school season started. It's a free for all, and I have a lot of them. So it's a mission to stay healthy, not to get sick on a daily basis. But we're here with you. First of all, I also want to say thank you to each and every one of you, from me, from Alex, and I'll let Alex do it himself, from all of the Ukrainian people for an incredible, successful GoFundMe for your contributions, for your help. We've been able to succeed and reach our goals. Alex has already, and he'll give us an update, has been able to not only order everything, but already supplies, already aid has been reaching its destination. Some of you that seen my letter over the weekend, we've put out there some videos of some people already receiving it in Dnipropetrovsk on the front line, and it's just the beginning. And Alex is going to be going out there, I think, sometime this week or next. He'll let us know to continue the mission. So definitely want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you so much, because especially right now with everything that's going on with Donald Trump, and the way, and those of you that read my letter today about what we're finding out, that him and Putin have a plan to basically for Trump to walk away from Ukraine completely, which we'll get into in a second. But I also, lots to talk about. I also want to say to Alex, happy Ukrainian Independence Day. I know it was yesterday. We weren't able, I was under the weather, weren't able to go live, but I want to tell you happy Independence from everybody here from the United States. A lot going on. And why don't we just start off, Alex? Tell us what's happening, brother. What's happening over there in Ukraine?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for contributing. And as Lev said, this was a weekend of holidays for Ukraine. First holiday was on Saturday. It was the day of the flag. The day of the flag. And, Dad said that they walked with the, I think, mile-long flag. They carried all over the
Right.
street. And they knew they could have been a target and everything else, but nevertheless, people walked. And then came Sunday, the Independence Day, and this is the day that they usually, for the past 3 years, every Independence Day, that they usually bombard. They send missiles and everything. And then yesterday morning, the Carney came. There was Carney came in, and Yermak met him at the train station, and he gave a great speech. Lev, I saw you put it up. It was a great speech. I mean, great support.
Yeah.
He brought the money. And then at the same time, Kellogg came. And when Kellogg came, it was a holiday in Kiev, because everybody knows that if they call him Pepe or Kellogg, they're saying if Kellogg is here, not nothing's falling, no missiles are flying. And they even having rumors saying that each city should offer Kellogg money to come and visit, so the city would not get bombarded. So this is like, it's a funny thing, but I guess it's not as funny. But nevertheless, so it was Independence Day went on. Kiev was quiet. There were sirens during the day, but nevertheless, they are still pushing, and they're not just pushing. I saw that in Bakhmut. I saw that in couple of other regions that I've been to. That I used to deliver to. That it was just war, and then what they do when they come close enough, they open up artillery, and they drop gliding bombs, and what they do is they level the place. When they start leveling them, what happens is people get evacuated, and there are no people there no more. So it's a free roll. So the area is like nothing almost to fight for, unless there are some strategic points there. So that's what they do. They even though it was quiet, 104 Shaheds were launched Ukraine. And yeah,
That's what you consider quiet,
yeah,
folks. This is how life is. 104 shahed.
and just to understand, 28 drones reach its destination in four different locations. So that means 28. There were 28 hits. Never, and people don't even talk about, because as long as the life haven't been lost so far, we don't hear nothing about it. But that's what they do. They push, they push, they push, and then right now this mainly the area of Donetsk. And I was on a video conference, and I was a little bit on the phone today, and I saw what's going on. So what happens is, all those areas that the Russians push, people get evacuated. And what happens? They get brought into one place, and then from that place they gotta get sent to Western Ukraine, different Ukraine, because these are people that lost everything, people that have nothing. So some people, they haven't showered in a couple of days. It's not by choice; it's just the conditions. And even though, if the place, like a school gym, supposed to hold maybe 100 people, but they're gonna put about 400 500 people in there before they can sort them out. So that's what I saw, and it's to do what we're doing is a blessing. Is really, and it's the perfect timing, because yeah, there are a lot of soldiers needed, but there are a lot of people needed as well. So what we're doing, instead of giving having a lot of like, say, single ones, what the company is doing, they're putting together a package for us, so we can give person a package, and it's 10 saw bunches in it, and people with that one package, they can take showers every other day for 3 weeks. So we're not
Wow.
just in 1 week, we're gonna give him 3 weeks, and we also we're gonna give him special cream that they can put on their bodies, so they won't get infected and everything else. So which each box, we made a deal today that they're gonna put the big bottle of cream. So each dormitory is gonna get a cream, so people can use and everything else.
So, guys, just to update you on what Alex is telling you, because bring you up to speed. So, the place where Alex is ordering all of this stuff, aid, happens to be they're making it also locally in Ukraine. So this is a local Ukrainian company, and because the owners of the company are matching and helping out with donating because of your donations. So they're for some of the stuff they're actually putting in extra, like cream and stuff like that, to help these regions out. What's it called? So that's the cream you were talking about, right? And especially for the hospitals, that's going to be great.
And this is, you see it, each person gets a pack, and instead of one, there is 10 in there. So if they, because these people, they have towels, that they have little drops of water, all they need is to be able to shower. So what we're doing is soldiers, that they need those packs. The
So
people,
he's helping us to make the packages for the people separate from the soldiers.
so they get 10 packages in there, and if they use one every other day, 3 weeks, that one person for 3 weeks can take a shower. So we should be able to accommodate people, and even if they need to be relocated, they can still stay clean. So because they're evacuating, not just they're evacuating the senior citizen, a lot of them. There are there are a lot of children there as well. So the situation is nobody's talking about it, because there is a lot of other important things to talk about. But those are the things that usually go under the radar, but they are the most important, because that's the morale of the people.
I
That's how.
agree with you.
Imagine when you have thousands of people that they lost everything. They know that once they left, they have no home, because once the offensive Russia goes through, there is nothing left. I've seen those places. There is nothing left. There is not a single building standing with a window. It's done. It's done, and all these people, they have to build themselves a new life. They have to find a new place to live. They have to be relocated. They have to depend on government. That's why a lot of people don't live, because they stay to the last moment, because they know if they live, they gotta go through this. Yeah, eventually it's gonna be better, they're going to be not in line of fire, but they have to give up everything they worked for all their life. They have to take two bags, look back, and walk away. This is
That's something very extremely important you just said, Alex. I don't think people really don't understand, and we don't talk about that often. I know we talk about the war, we talk about people, but the actual losing everything, and not being able to come back to it. It's not like, when the war, they're leaving like it's a hurricane, and you pack your stuff and you go for a week and then you could come back and you could fix or whatever. No, what Alex is wants you to understand is when they get up and leave, and this is like literally like, I mean, you could call it ethnic cleansing, you could call it whatever you want, but it basically when people leave, that's it. Like, the Russians come in, they take over, and that's it. They have nowhere. That is, they could never go back, and this is, usually the way people in Eastern Europe, especially Ukraine, Russia, the places they live in has been passed down from generation to generation. Usually families, you live with your parents, not like here in the United States where, majority of the people there, because during communism, you were given out rooms. So you could have, three different families live in one three-bedroom apartment, sharing one kitchen, two bathrooms, and each room would be for per family, and you would have, two kids, or one bathroom, I'm sorry, one bathroom, and that's how during communism it was, and then as, communism fell, people were able to pass it on and then buy it out, and, and but majority of the country, that's how they still, live and pass it on to their kids, their grands. So when they lose that, that's it. They don't have, or where to live or to go buy it, a place, or there's no program set up for them. I mean, they're literally, and that's why you see a lot of the casualties at war, because people, like Alex said, they stay there knowing, because once they go, that's it. It's kind of, they lost it. And some of these people have never seen anything else. They've never been past their community, or out of their village. So they don't know where to go or what to do, and that's why you're seeing so much death and atrocity. And go ahead, Alex, what I say?
I'll give you one little example. When the war started, and they were shooting on the street, I heard shooting on the streets. I heard explosions, and I had to get my family out. I came right back, but the way I got him out, I walked out of the apartment with two suitcases and two backpacks. And when my family wasn't safe, and I came back, and I walked into my apartment, and said, "Oh my God, I left everything. I left. All I took is the papers and enough clothes for 1 week, and I left." But I didn't think I was gonna see it again. Look at this. I have a tear dropping. As I was saying goodbye to everything when I left, and when I came back, that was everything was still in place. It was like it was a gift. But
That was in 2022 when the
yes,
invasion happened.
2022.
I
Yeah,
remember. I remember that was like when we thought that they're gonna take over Kiev, when they were already in. That's when you left to Lvov. That's
yeah,
when you took everybody. You guys went up. No, I remember.
yeah. But it wasn't because my daughter was sleeping in the bathtub. She
I
was sleeping
remember.
in the bathtub covered with a mattress on top just in case so the debris would not fall on her. I mean I couldn't do that. And driving out, it was something. Maybe one day we'll talk about it, but it was like
You know what? It's just to give you guys a little perspective how small this. I mean, how things work out. So those of you that know my son Aaron, and that know that he switched and became an independent journalist because of those of you that know his story know that he was a lawyer, besides of everything that happened to me. But when the war happened in 2022, Aaron saw the way the journalists, the media was reporting on the Ukraine war, and at that time he had family there. His family was Alex, and that's Alex is Aaron's uncle, and Aaron would call him all the time and ask him what was going on, and Alex would share with Aaron the truth, what Aaron, what was going on, and Aaron basically couldn't believe to hear it firsthand of what they were going through, what his cousin was going through, what Alex's family and people there, what he was seeing, and that's what drove him to start becoming an independent journalist, to become of what is and because of what happened there, now Aaron has made it his passion in his life to be an independent journalist. So a little tidbit for those of you that follow Aaron, follow us, follow, just so you know, that Alex is his family that Aaron was reporting on during 2022, when his cousin was in. You just heard the story. If you go back to Aaron, you'll hear the story about Aaron talking about how his cousin used to be sleep in a bathtub covered by a mattress, and that was Angelina. That was Alex's daughter.
I'll tell you a little more. It was since we're going back in the memory lane. Uh, I'll make it quick. As I took my family towards Lviv, away from everything. Uh, Lev was home on a home confinement with the buzzer on his thing. He couldn't go anywhere. Yet he would call me every day and say, "Alice, what's going on? How's everything there?" He was so happy that they left at the beginning, because when the big column with 40-mile tanks were going, he was saying, "Why are you doing this? Get out of there!" He says, "It's crazy." Anyway, so he was calling me, and then from home confinement, he put me together with Michael Capone, who's one of the biggest funds in the world right now, but based in America. Michael Capone came to Lviv. I met him. I show him I show him the ropes. He opened up the biggest warehouses. Then Buffett came in. Branson was involved, and up to date, their fund is one of the biggest in Ukraine. It delivered over 2 million family packages over the time. Changed hundreds of thousands of window broken. Rebuild Bucha. There's so many things in Ukraine that God bless them what they do, but it's all for this man.
Yeah.
If Lev did not put me and him together, Jem probably would have never got into Ukraine, because we got him in so nicely, and we were the only fund that did not allot anything in the warehouse. We gave every drop to the people. That was a mission. But Lev originally he quarterbacked it from the U.S., and all this made happen. So
It
so
was it was right.
I thank you. And listen,
I
you're
love you guys. No, I appreciate it, bro. I was actually, for those of you that don't know, I was on my way to prison at the time when the my trial was just, and I was about to go. I was supposed to go away in a couple of months, and we were working on trying to get everything done. Since Alex told you the story, I'll give you a little bit more background. It's a history, a little bit interesting to see, because Gem, the group he's talking about, they have partnered up with Branson and Warren Buffett and Howard Buffett, actually, not Warren, but Howard is right, with Howard Buffett, and they've donated over billions of dollars, I think, to Ukraine. I mean, but I'll tell you how it started. So I remember it was February when the invasion started, 2022, and Michael Capone was somebody I knew. Michael had a small little fund that he was dealing with here in Haiti. He was helping up Haiti, and he was partners with some, New York housewives. I forgot her name. She was a star from New York Housewives, and they were doing this, raising money. And so when the wars happened, everybody, all of these groups, funds ran over, humanitarian aid groups ran over to try to go Ukraine. But what people didn't understand is when they got there, when they got to Poland and when they got to the border, they couldn't cross it to Ukraine because there was during wartime. First of all, there's especially in the very beginning, there was a lot of chaos. No, the left hand didn't know what the right hand did. Nobody trusted each other. There was a lot of corruption. You had a lot of Russians still involved. You had a lot of so many things happening at the time where you literally had truckloads of aid, miles and miles and miles of aid of loaded up truckloads standing on the Polish-Ukrainian border by Lvov, and they couldn't get in there because of technical issues, because of paperwork, because of not paying off the right guy. I mean, there was all kinds of different conditions, and that's typically what happens during war. And I remember getting a phone call, and it was Michael Capone. He called me up. He goes, and I knew Michael just from my Miami days. From those of you seen, Michael was actually a club promoter back in the day. So those of you seen the movie From Russia with Lev, I know a lot of people from different aspects, and Michael was somebody that. Came from that social, world. Bethany, thank you. Bethany Franklin, thank you, Chrissy. Wow, we have a great group up here. So Bethany Franklin was is partners with Michael Capone, and they were doing this fun out of Haiti. And Michael calls me up, and he goes to me, Lev. He goes, listen, I didn't know who to call. I know you're from Ukraine. Maybe you have a contact. I'm here on the border. So Michael went to there by himself, and he was stuck on the border, and he was sitting by the border as people, because if you guys go back and look at the first scenes, people were evacuating. Everybody was running from Ukraine, and they were evacuating mostly through Poland by foot, by however they could, because they were told that Ukraine was going to be taken over in 3 days. That's when Alex left, because Alex is in Kiev, and Kiev was literally a day away from being taken over at the time when they were made that stance. And so everybody was leaving, and there was a free for all at the border. And Michael was sitting at the border telling me, he goes, Lev, he goes, I just want to set up a tent and give out these gift cards. So as people come out, he goes, I could give them these gift cards with $50 on it. So people have, we've put together so they have some money as they get out of their what's called. But he goes, I don't, they're not letting me. I have no contacts here, and everything. If you don't know the right people, you can't get in. I'll never forget. I said, Michael, give me like an hour or two. I said, let me. I can't leave my house, but let me make a few phone calls. And I'll never believe. I'm not gonna tell you who I called, but I called a dear friend of mine who actually happened to know the ex-president of Poland, and happened to know his wife. And his wife was at the time running a huge humanitarian aid fund, and I partnered them up, and basically. By partnering him up with the ex-president's wife from Poland, and then Alex in Ukraine, because Alex basically gave Michael the entrance into Ukraine, because back then there was no logistics. It was, you went from as you were going from one city or state to add to a different, you had different police, you had different army. It was, it was still at the beginning of the war, it was a free for all. And it was very difficult to get goods. And not all, because also because of corruption, you had, criminal aspect, people were stealing goods, you have free for all. I mean, all kinds of things happening. And I'll never forget that when we've got the first trucks in, Alex, with our friends, actually, with the head where Alex was in Odessa, with the head police captain from Odessa. They came all the way up to Lvov with Alex to the border of Poland, where Michael met them with the first trucks. And ever since then, Michael's never waited a day on on the border. We gave him carte blanche, and thank God to them and everybody. That's right, because since 2022, I think they've delivered more aid than even the Red Cross, or number one in Ukraine.
And they do a lot of work. I mean, they will literally do a lot of work, and they still do the delivering. They brought the armored vans, and they take people away. They bring the aid, and they just drive people out. God bless them. Literally, God
Yeah,
bless them.
no,
They were
absolutely. for all the work they do. And so absolutely. But that was you just got a little story time with Love and Alex. Gave you a little history about how Aaron got involved in independent journals, how global energy empowerment mission became so big from a small little group here in Miami, Florida, to now they're international. They're all over the world, and they're a very big humanitarian and fun. And absolutely, God bless them for all the work they do. Helping humanitarian. Michael's a really good guy, and Bethany and that whole team out there. So definitely, Alex, I want to tell you,
We keep
what?
we keep on building, we keep on helping, we keep on growing.
Yeah, no, listen, we got especially now more than ever. I think it's for everybody out there. If you haven't got a chance to read my letter that I put out today, it's very important that you go out and read it. It's basically we exposed Trump's 30 and Putin's 30-day plan to walk away from Ukraine. Right now, what's happening is you're probably going to see, and I'm going to go into letters later on, but Donald Trump has given Vladimir Putin 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Again, in the meantime, what I found out today was that Witkoff had a call with Trump, where he told him that Putin's planning a major incursion within literally any day now, maybe within the next week or so, into the Donbass area. That's primarily where Dnipropetrovsk and where we're sending aid to. But what I'm hearing is that they're going to try to go after that piece of land in the Donbass that he hasn't taken over yet, where they don't have what, if you remember, they were supposed to, Trump was talking about land swap. This was the piece of land that they wanted strategically, that piece that they don't control in the Donbass area. So they're going to make a major push, and they're telling Witkoff, and Witkoff told Trump that it'll be done within the next 2 3 weeks. So basically, within the next 30 days, Trump is planning on legitimizing Russia, start opening up trade, more business opportunities between Russia and the United States. He's going to start taking more of a neutral approach when it comes to Ukraine and Russia, saying that his example of two kids fighting in a park. Basically, if they don't want to listen, because if you listen to Trump every time he talks, he doesn't tell you the truth. He doesn't say that Putin is the aggressor, that Putin needs to stop the war. He doesn't tell you the truth. He talks about it takes two to tango. He tells you that Putin and Zelensky hate each other, that Putin and Zelensky need to stop the war. It's all bullshit, folks, because Zelensky can't stop the war. I mean, if Ukraine stops fighting, they lose. They get taken over. So, Maggie, you guys are helping. Each and every one of you. God bless you. In the meantime, the biggest way you could continuously help us is by becoming paid subscribers, by building our platform here. Become paid subscribers. Alex might not be. I know Substack is for writers out there and for people that Alex might not be a writer, but he is here bringing information, and it's a great way to support him. So I don't know, what is it, like $8? I think you are right, Alex. $7, $8, whatever his page. I mean, it's a great way to just support him, to give him. So for those of you that keep saying, how do we support Alex? Well, first of all, the GoFundMe's. God bless you. You're helping the people, but the actual subscriptions, they go directly to Alex. So that little, because Alex doesn't have a job, he's not out there working for any corporations. He's basically sitting here and putting his time. So I know a lot of you ask, so that's why I want to take this moment and tell you guys, you could definitely subscribe, become paid subscribers to both Alex, to myself. For those of you that want to go the extra mile and help out a little extra, you could contribute to our Venmo at Lev-Parnas. For those of you that have PayPal, it's at Lev Parnas. And for those of you that want to use Zelle, it's the real Lev Parnas at gmail.com. All of those ways are ways you could contribute and helping support Alex and myself directly, because the GoFundMe's go directly to supporting the people and helping Ukraine. So I want to thank each and every one of you out there, for all of you, for all of the support, all the help that you guys give us. There's a lot of things happening this week that it's only Monday, but we're already seeing Trump today in this press conference making statements like, I'm not happy with both of them. This is the one war I thought I was going to end quicker. This is all, and you're going to see more rhetoric because he's slowly but surely he's going to be walking away from Ukraine and legitimizing Russia. But don't fear, because Ukraine knows this, Europe knows this, and that's why, as the theatrics played out last week, Ukraine, as you saw, has been strategically taking out the oil and the gas fields all over Russia. They're continuously to Canada came there with a $2 billion check supporting them. So the Ukraine is going to continue fighting for us, and that's why each and every one of you, we need you to join the fight. And your fight is being our extension of our voice, being our megaphone, by going out there and spreading and building this platform as big as possible. That's why Lev Remembers and Voice from Ukraine, we're a team, we're one platform, and we speak truth to power for both from the Ukrainian side and from the American side. And that's what we do here. And we are the voice for the people that can, for all the survivors, for all the victims, for all the people that, I know you send me those DMs that want to speak up but scared to say it because we're living in a dictatorship. Trump said it today himself. He actually said the quiet out loud. He said, some people are calling me a dictator because he is a dictator. We're living through a dictatorship. And that's why now more than ever, we need to stand together. We need to be able to save our democracy. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. Alex, take us home. Take the last word. And
Well, a lot of bad things are happening, but there's also a lot of good things are happening. Ukraine has repelled all the most of the attacks that the Russians are pushing. Over the weekend, as Vlad was putting out, they shut down totally a couple of oil refineries, and not only that, we freed up a couple of little towns in the Donetsk area. So Ukraine is fighting because, as you said, we cannot stop. We cannot stop because the only way we can stop is when we take back whatever was taken from us. But since today we went back into little stories, I'm gonna tell you a little deja vu that I see happening one for one. From day one, through my back channels, I hear as they were selling red dreams to Putin. From day one, by this date we'll take this town. By this date we'll take that town. By this time we'll take this town. And all they were doing just to keep the madman calm. And it was all manufactured, and look where it led today. Today the economy to shit. They lost over a million soldiers. I mean, it's cholesterol. I don't want to say the last word. It's a mess. So here is the deja vu. Identical, same thing is happening right now with Trump's surroundings, Witkos and everybody else.
yep,
They sell him on the vacuum every single day.
yep,
They tell him things that don't exist.
that's right.
And eventually he's gonna hit the same wall because the worst thing in the world is when you do not know what you do. That's the worst.
100%. And,
So
and, and
they don't know
and
what to do. They maybe know what they're doing for their pockets, but on the world stage they do not know what they're doing. And it's a grave mistake when you do not know what you're doing. So with that, I hope
Hey,
I
Alex, can you do me a favor? I don't know if you have them, but before you go, because since we spoke about this today, do you have can you show some of your accommodations? Do you have like I remember you having all your accommodations there from some of
have
the places. Do you have some? Is there a place you could show us?
oh,
Just show the people so they could see some like what this is special, guys. I want you to see because I know we talk about
this is I
where
have
Alex has
specimen,
been
but
and
I'm
where
gonna show it for you.
I want you guys to see actually the work that Alex. I mean, this is from day one.
This is my committee. These are all the chevrons. I visit every group, the reconnaissance, the all different forces. These are all different chevrons, and I have stacks of I have medals. I have a lot of different things. Over here, these are all also pajakas. You see, one after another. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them, but this is from all the people. Uh, they keep on coming, and I have some the same things that are going to be given to us to our community soon. Because there's some people in Kharkiv they gave us one, and the people asking, how can we thank you? I said, stay alive, survive, and keep on fighting. That's thank enough. But they still want a little gratitude. So I'm sure we're going to see some of them soon too. We should have the entire wall full of, because I'll send them to you. You print them out and you put them on your wall.
Yeah, it's small thing, but it's a lot because it lets the people not only when they get aid, but the fact that they know that there are people across the world that care about them enough to send them the aid to do it. It means a lot, and that's why vice versa, and that is something important for all of us. So, uh, Alex, I love you, brother. It was keep up the hope, keep up the fight. Uh, we're only getting started, and for everybody out there, thank you so much for all you do, for all your support, for all your help. For those of you that joined late, we're gonna put this out there to make sure you watch it, spread it everywhere, far and wide. The most important thing is getting the information out there, because the information is key, because they're trying to bury it, they're burying the truth. We won't let them. We won't let them rewrite history. We won't let them bury the truth, and we won't let them win. So, God bless each and every one of you. God bless America. And Alex, slava Ukraini.
Right, Slava. Thank you, love.